hell? Where's my glasses at?
You have your things on your cheeks still, too.
That's fine. How many more minutes do I have? Remember, when it comes to eye masks, rub it in. Don't wipe it off.
True.
Today we are doing our food and mead pairing for our Moonlight Meadery Kurt's apple pie. If you haven't seen the review for that, go check it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of Mama Bear's way.
So I got some Granny Smith apples that I'm going to peel and poach in this fine and delicious liquid here. They're gonna poach in there. Gonna take them out. We're gonna cool them. Not sure exactly what's gonna happen from there. We will figure that bit out. I know it's going to involve puff pastry.
Awesome. I love puff pastry. I love cut up apples. Granny Smiths are...
And vanilla ice cream will be in there somewhere. So...
How can you go wrong with apples, vanilla ice cream, and puff pastry? It's kind of like you can't, almost.
I mean, it's going with an apple pie.
Yeah, this is true.
Mead, which, you know.
Again, if you've seen the review, go ahead and leave us a comment. See what you've thought about the review, or if you've had it yourself, definitely let me know what you thought of the Kurt's apple pie mead. Oh, Lauren, watch out! The guy's gonna have a heart attack. The internet dude's gonna have a heart attack. You're chopping too hard. All right, so we're cutting off the tops and the bottoms of them. I'm assuming to make them level. And now you're going to de-skin them.
Yeah, I don't have a peeler. I had one, but it was a really, really cheap piece of crap. And I had my kids peel potatoes with it once and they broke it.
Look at that one big piece. We got apples in the... Doing a single poach on the apples at a time. If you didn't catch that before, I might have edited around it. We had kind of a kerfuffle earlier. So we're doing single apple poaching at a time. It's going to increase our cooking time a smidgen, but probably going to give us the desired outcome that we were looking for, rather than giving us a bowl full of quasi applesauce.
I have decided to say, fuck it. We're gonna make. This is what we call winging it. Professional chefs everywhere cringing.
Why would a professional chef be cringing?
I'm dipping back into the pot.
That pot right there?
With the goodness in it, yeah.
Why is that? Why is that cringeworthy?
Because there's flour and what's not on here.
I have a feeling that a lot of chefs are...
But
except for the persnickety ones are probably on board with your same method.
Most chefs I met are like #1 purchasers of fucking Hot Pockets. So, out of all of the chefs I've ever known or worked with, nobody goes home from cooking all day and cooks more.
Right.
And also, when I was still working, I didn't really come home and eat because I was fucking eating shit all day in the kitchen. So.
Whoa! There's the bread. There's Mama Bear's beautiful blue eyeshadow. Close your eyes. See, beautiful blue and gold and pink and purple hair and eyeshadow and the amazingness that is that. Go look for her on Instagram. She don't want me to say that, but I don't care.
It makes me feel awkward with my all like 24 followers.
Follow the camera. If I can get 24 people to follow that camera angle, that'd be hilarious.
I've never liked my name. I don't like the name Lauren. I hate my middle name. I've never understood where I've gotten it. That's a whole nother rant. That's not a rant. That's a grind my gears episode.
Yeah. So what is it you're doing here with the last of these apple slices before we get so involved in a therapy session here? We need to start charging by the hour.
I'm eating them. These are going to be coated with another layer of syrup. And then this is going to get baked.
Yeah. Baked, coated in syrup. Hey, just like you're going to get it baked and coated in syrup later. I'm editor on that.
And then topped with vanilla ice cream.
And then topped with vanilla. Topped with vanilla ice cream.
Uh-huh.
Nicely done.
So, yeah.
Got our poaching apples there. Got our remaining apples there. Got our cutting board there. Got the chef there.
Yeah.
We'll see you back here in a little bit when we're whipping some more stuff up.
Alright. Here.
We're here. We're back with our completed apple pastry dessert things. If you can check that out, it is delicious. It's got apples, it's got vanilla ice cream, it's got cinnamon, it's got pastry, puff pastry, which puffs up and is different from other pastries somehow.
It's laid with butter.
We didn't need a real answer. Just teasing. It's what now?
Laminated. That's what makes all the layers.
Oh, so you put butter in there and when you roll it out and fold it over and roll it out and fold it over, it makes...
Yeah, and you have to keep it cold.
That's
because
right.
the butter can't remotely melt.
Gosh.
Like, I've made it once before in my life and I had to make it in a refrigerator.
Well,
On a big marble slab. Yeah.
Well,
it was not the most... You pour, let me...
Okay, I will be pouring the Kurt's apple pie today. So as we stated earlier, this is the Kurt's apple pie. If you haven't seen the review video for this, go check it out. Unfortunately, this was not one of my favorite ones. This had a strong, mildly strong to strong apple aroma and taste to it. Did not get much in the way of any of the pie. Didn't get anything for like a creamy, buttery crust. Didn't get any like real pie spices or anything like that. So unfortunately, I didn't give it the ratings I would have given it had I been able to taste all those other things. But it's gotten to breathe for a little while now. It's sitting for a little, sat for a little while, sitting, soaking, whatever you want to call it. It's aged for a little while. It's breathed, so hopefully that's breathed some new life into it, so to speak. And we'll see what we got to say to that. So there's your Kurt's apple pie mama bear to go with your apple puff pastry, laminated puff pastry.
So, and a side note.
Yes, side
chunks
note.
On the top here
Yes.
are actually poached apple because I poached chunks since I gave up on the poaching of the whole.
Yeah.
So the chunks here are poached. The slices are baked.
Gotcha.
Poached apple's delicious when you have the patience for it.
I would imagine having patience when it comes to poaching anything is necessary.
Does it smell like something?
Apples. Like I said, I wasn't overly impressed with much about it, to be honest.
I got thrown out. I have no sense of smell.
It's got a slight fermentation note to it. A little bit of that wine type of fermented aroma, but...
I get a little bit of like an alcohol-y smell, but
right.
I sure as shit don't smell like... And pie, that's like one of the easiest aromas to get.
Again, and this is an award-winning mead, so I'm not sure if I'm missing something, but it says pair with cheese or over ice cream. I mean, we're pairing it with ice cream and other apple-flavored products. So hopefully that does it some justice.
I don't think it does.
Yeah. I like your idea. Let's pull that off here. See if we can.
Okay, this is...
I'd say the ice cream helps it a little bit. It certainly takes the edge off the dryness to it. But even after breathing for
I'm confused.
a little while, it doesn't bring out any of those latent notes that I was hoping it would. I'm sorry, go ahead. You're confused what?
So this is supposed to be like super sweet. I don't get that.
It's not necessarily supposed to be super sweet. It's only supposed to be like one of the sweetest ones they make. Yes, it's supposed to be super sweet. So this one is not as sweet as some of the
Red
other
dress.
We haven't had red dress yet, technically.
We have. We're shooting ahead. Just let people
Yeah,
know.
So you're right.
Own it, release red dress first, do what you gotta do.
Well, yeah, so we've already had the red dress at this point, and that red dress one is supposed to be an off dry, and that was much sweeter, higher sugar, residual sugar, whatever you want to say, than this apple. It doesn't have that sweetness to it that the other one had that was labeled as a off dry.
If this section here of the label was its own independent area, not attached to the front of the label.
This word section here?
Yes, where it like has like the whole this. I would have thought that they accidentally switched what bottle they put them on.
I would think so as well, because this one is definitely a lot drier, and it's almost like a dry apple cider.
I don't like this.
Not one of my favorites either.
Favorite?
Not one of my favorites either. And from what I understand, this is an award winner. Unfortunately, it's not a standout mead here. I'm not overly impressed with it. I don't think it delivered on the notes it said it was going to deliver on, paired with the ice cream directly over top of it. I'm still not overly impressed. I think it did help. I think the dryness of it, despite it being claiming it's a sweet mead, was certainly helped out by the ice cream, but
Like, okay, like legitimately, okay? I want you, like, we're gonna zoom in on the top of this apple thing I made. You can see that there is cinnamon sprinkled on top of it.
yeah, they can see in the other photo.
That is no joke. I will bust out the bottle. Vietnamese cinnamon. The exact ingredient listed on this bottle. You can taste it in one place, not the other. Guess where you taste it.
Very clearly. Which is unfortunate because I've had a lot of cinnamon meads where it's come through. Actually, I'd just have to say for the cinnamon meads, it's about half and half. We had some cinnamon meads where it's come through, and some cinnamon meads where it didn't come through so strong.
Which is impressive. How do you not taste cinnamon in something that claims to have cinnamon in it? That is a bold fucking flavor to hide.
It's probably how it's done in the brewing process. Because you remember we had that orange cinnamon one from Space Time, that the orange came through phenomenally, but the cinnamon didn't come through but faintly. Well, this is turning into an absolute mess. We have to let you go while we figure out how to finish our dessert here. So, thanks for being here tonight. Thanks for being involved in the food video. Thanks for doing your thing. Thanks for sharing, liking, subscribing, following. If you haven't done any of those things, be sure to go do them.
Yeah. And know that this one, although so sweet, it's...
Yeah.
Consider
and
it
if you end
dry.
up picking up a Kurt's apple pie, let me know if you've already had it, if you think it's a sweet mead like it states it is, or if you think it's a more dry leaning mead. Give me some sort of feedback towards the video, anything down in the comment section. Always appreciated. Have a great day, evening, night, weekend, week.
Thing.
She says, bang. Laters.